Well, I know that half of 20 is 10. If I did not know that, I could divide 20 divided by 2, and that would give me 10. So now we have 10 times 3, which is 30 square centimeters, because we're still talking about area. So right here I forgot to put my 30, and on this one I forgot to write in my 35. All right, let's turn to the next problem. Excellent job, y'all are doing fabulous. We're going to change the directions on this next one to meet it a little bit more exact. So right here, use a ruler to measure the dimensions of the parallelogram to the right here. Cross that out and let's put exact centimeter. So we want to measure it exactly to the closest millimeter as we possibly could get. So we're going to need our star chart. Make sure you use the front side, which is centimeters. Let's line it up, starting at 0, going across to the right. The most exact, accurate would be 6 3/10, because remember, on the metric system, this is out of 10, because there are 10 sections for each part. Okay, for each centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. All right, so now let's measure our side going down. Okay, our side going down, we are going to have, let's go with 9 centimeters. Now, in order to solve this, we have to find a base height pair, because we do not have a perpendicular line. So let's remember that when we do this, if 6 3/10 is up top, it's also down here at the bottom. And so with my base height pair, I'm going to make this, remember from our index card, I'm going to create a base height pair using my index card. So we can make sure we have a perpendicular line. So now I have drawn in my height right here. And our height has to go all the way up to the opposite side. So now I have to measure my height, because remember, we're trying to find the area of a parallelogram. So on my star chart, it says the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So now, right here in centimeters, let's go to the 0. We're going to make sure this goes all the way even across right here. And we're going to measure from the 0 up. And it looks like we are going to be at, this would be 8.5. So my height is 8.5. Okay? So now we're ready to do, this is my base, this is my height. So we have 6 3/10 times 8.5. So we are going to stack our numbers, 6 3/10 times 8.5. This is 2 by 2 multiplication, 5th grade. So we have 6 3/10. Remember, we did it to the nearest centimeter, so we're marking out that half mark. And here we go. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry your 1. 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 1 is 31. Cross out. Cross out. Let's put our placeholder. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 6 is 48. 49, 50. And we're going to add them. 5, 5, 3, 5. But recall that we do have some decimal points. So we have 1 digit behind the decimal here, 1 digit here, which means I need to move it over 2 times to the left. So my area right here is 53 55 square centimeters of my parallelogram. Now, I want to round this to the nearest centimeter. So if I'm going to round this to the nearest centimeter, 6 3/10, I know if I round, the 3 makes my 6 stay the same of 6. If I round 8.5, I know my 5 makes my 8 go up to a 9. So now my base is 6 and my height is 9. So my area equals base times height. 6 times 9 is 54 square centimeters. Now I can ask myself, is this reasonable if my actual answer is 53 and 55/100? Is 54 close to that? And your answer should be yes, we are close to that, so that should work. Great job. All right, and the last one, we're still looking at that area of the parallelogram. Area is base times height. So we have the area. The base is 3. The height is 4. So we have now 3 times 4, and we have 12 square feet is our label. So for this test, for this week, we need to make sure we know how to measure, we know how to find the area of a trapezoid, a triangle, a parallelogram, and a rectangle. You do not have to memorize the star chart, but you do need to use the star chart as your reference on finding the area of a parallelogram. So, I know that you studied for your test. Here is your code word for today. At the bottom of your paper, you're going to write code word. You're going to get your credit for watching your video. You guys have been awesome, audience. I appreciate all your hard work. You guys are going to do great on this assessment on Friday. I totally can feel it. So here's your code word. Your code word is, drum roll please, code word, Cougars. Let's go, Car Cougars. Let's show them how awesome we can be. Good job, guys. I will see you next time.